Hi, I'm Josiah.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And this is Worth Watching. So Marvel has a new movie starring a human tree, a talking raccoon, a green lady, and Star-Lord.
Who's Star-Lord?
Come on, Star-Lord.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Worth Watching. Today we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy.
So this movie follows an Earthling named Peter Quill, a.k.a. Star-Lord, who is abducted from Earth as a child and becomes sort of an intergalactic robber, thief, outlaw kind of guy. And he has to band up with this group of other intergalactic outlaws to form the sort of motley crew that goes around trying to find this specific item that the specific bad guy wants to keep specific item out of said bad guy's hands and save the universe.
So if that in any way sounded complicated or confusing, it's because it was. They were throwing things at you throughout this movie that you're kind of like, I don't know what that is, and they didn't have background stories to a lot of things, and it kind of left you very confused, and the plot was just, it was alright, but it was really confusing.
Right, especially in the first 45 minutes of the movie, throw a lot at you with different cultures and things like that, of these different races of intergalactic beings and things. And it's a lot to take in at once. Not that that's a problem, it just might mean that you need to kind of watch the movie a second time to fully follow what's going on throughout the movie.
The one thing that really made this movie pretty good was the characters. They had a few main characters that were all differently unique, each in their own special way, and it wasn't just unique to each other, it was unique to other movies.
Right.
I've never seen any kind of characters like this in any other movie, and it really made it interesting. So my favorite one of the characters was this little raccoon named Rocket. And
He's not a raccoon?
Well, technically, but he was my favorite character because he was hilarious, and Bradley Cooper did his voice, and I couldn't tell at all. I think Bradley Cooper, they didn't modify it or anything, and he made his voice sound like that, but you would never have guessed it was Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper did a great job as Rocket. I also really like Dave Bautista, who plays Drax, who's essentially this prisoner who they meet up when they all go to prison. And he comes from this race of people who don't have any kind of metaphors and speak entirely literally, which means that he has a lot of the really funny dialogue in the movie, just little things that he says that wouldn't really be able to be said by any other character, but he can say them because he always speaks literally, and it works really well and helps shake up the dialogue a little bit. And speaking of dialogue, the dialogue in this movie and the humor is really great. There's a lot of back and forth banter, very Joss Whedon-esque. It's a lot of fun to listen to, and the characters, again, that you point out, have their very unique personalities, which help contribute to that dialogue and make it really work in the setting of this movie.
So the tone of this movie overall is supposed to be humorous and funny. Even in the trailers, it's kind of shown like that. But in the first about 5 minutes, it's really depressing, actually. It really tears at your heart, and you almost want to cry because they make it so sad. But then the rest of the movie is completely hilarious, but I just thought it was weird to see that in the beginning.
And something that really stood out to me about this movie was just the visual style and cinematography of this. There was some shots and just visuals they had in there that are absolutely otherworldly and surreal to look at and just look really cool and have these great epic shots in there. And it's just a gorgeous movie to look at and really, really visually impressive and different from a lot of other things. So with all that in mind, what would you rate this movie on a scale of A through F?
I'd have to give this movie a high C because I thought it was really funny. I really liked it, but the whole subject matter was kind of weird. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'd go see it again or was interested in it, but it was funny.
I'm going to give the movie a B. I liked it. I thought it was, again, yeah, it is kind of weird. The plot is a little hard to follow, especially in the beginning because they throw so much at you. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was clever, and I would see it again.
Thanks for watching this episode of Worth Watching.
Remember to like the video if you liked it, comment down below on your thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy, and of course subscribe if you want to see more.